Good afternoon, students. Today's English online class is for 8th standard students. Today, we will be learning about a poem that is Modern Machinery. Already, we have finished some of the poems. So, today, this poem is completely about the machines, and whereas nowadays, modern machines, it is written by Rudyard Kipling. It is being written by Rudyard Kipling. So, machine itself, you know machines, you use machines, you work with the machines. Without machines nowadays, life is most probably not works well. So each and every time from morning to evening we use the machines in one or the other way. We take the use of those machines, and even the machines are replacing so many even the works which the men or the laborers can do. So machines work is becoming, and utilizing of it is becoming more and more nowadays. Without it we don't imagine our life also. That is what the Rudyard Kipling is telling us here in this poem. And the machines, how they are being made or manufactured, and what type of a fuel is being used to run those machines, and what is the rule or the law they follow when we use those machines. That is what is being given here in this poem. And this Rudyard Kipling's well-known books are also being given there in your I think this Jungle Book is well known. This was being published in 1894, and this was his work. This is being, I think, this is, was an even one cartoon movie was also there. Cartoon series of episodes were there. This Jungle Book. And Rudyard Kipling, he was this period was in 1863, 65 to 1936. During that period, he has written this. Modern machinery. That is what we will be learning today. Before, as usual, we start the poem. There is also a pre-reading task is being given for you here. So you have to think of a 5 activities you can do without the help of any kind of a machines. You have to use you have to think over that. Without using machines you can do some work. What sort of work you do without using machines, that you have to write down. And think of 5 activities you do with the help of that. The opposite of that, write about the 5 things when we use the machines and we work with the machines. We use utilizing machines, we work on that. That is what you have to write. Without machines and with machines, what works you do, note down those things. And one very very important thing is, what are the damages we face when we don't handle a machine properly. We know, we read, and we see or we watch in the our social medias or in the television. We see that many a times when we handle this kind of a machines, so many mishaps, so many damages will occur. That is what here in pre-reading is given the question. That is, what are the damages we face when while utilizing that machines. We face so many damages when we don't handle it properly. That is what you have to write it there. These are the 3 questions what you have to write down before reading this poem. Already we have given you a message yesterday through your group there, that tomorrow we will be sending you a question paper. So you have to write down the answers, and please you send it as early as possible, because we will be here till 4 o'clock. So the syllabuses are also being sent to you. The concerned teachers have given you. So even I have also given you the concerned syllabus for this tomorrow's test. That is even I have said you to read synonyms and antonyms also. And just read the lessons Anandi Gopal or the before the match, and memorize palanquin. And even I have put some photos that is what to read from this grammar reader, that is from the first pre-reading of Anandi Gopal, and the match the following at the end of the vocabulary part is being given there, that is somewhere match the followings were there, that is what you have to read, and you have to read about the writer of the Sarojini Palanquin, that is Sarojini Naidu. This is what you will be getting. This is syllabus of tomorrow's test. Be ready and do well. All the best. And please write it very neatly, clearly, your name, class, and everything, so that we can understand properly. Because after a long gap, we are meeting to each other. So mention your name clearly. Okay, and write down the question number properly, and correct answer should be mentioned there. Okay, students. Okay, so write it in a neat and a systematic way also. That is very, very important. Okay, okay, we start here. That is what I wanted to tell. That is a pre-reading task is given there. So first, always when we start anything, so always concentrate on this pre-reading. Okay, so the first paragraph it is, and even there are some questions are being given there. What you have to do is traveling in a car and a bullock cart. Nowadays there is a difference when we travel in a bullock cart and when we travel in a car. That is what you imagine, that is what you feel, the difference you know already. You traveled in a bullock cart as well as in a car. Those who are not traveling in a bullock cart, you got this opportunity to travel in this also. Okay, so the next is calculating a sum mentally or using a calculator. What is the difference you find when you calculate mentally and using the calculator? Isn't that? What's the difference you find there? That is the thing you have to think about that, and concentrate more about that. How much we are dependent on these machines nowadays. And drawing a picture by hand or using a paint or brush in the computer. You already know how to paint in the computer also. Is it very easy way, or it is helpful to draw in a computer using that brush and paint, or by drawing it in the through your using your hands or the paints? So that is what the difference you find in these two. That is, you have to write it and keep it with you. Okay, so let's start the first stanza of this poem. We were taken from the ore bed and the mine, we were melted in the furnace and the pit, we were cast and wrought and hammered to design, we were cut and filed and tooled and gauged to fit. So here we itself is expressing the machine itself. The machines are saying that we, that means it is a plural pronoun, that is we. So here there are all the machines. The picture is also given that here these are all the machines what we daily use in our homes. So these machines are saying that, these machines are telling us that they are taken from the ore bed and the mine. As you have seen, many of these machines are being made with the metals. Machines are maximum made with the metals. Metals are being extracted from the ore beds, from the underground. What from the crust of the earth, we take out the ore beds, and we give them a very beautiful shape, and we made them to work as we like. So that is what they are saying, that they are taken from the ore bed. Or if you think that this is a new word, ore is already, you know that in your science you already learned about the wars. Wars are the things what we extract from the earth there, and from the ore only we got the this kind of the metals. And the mine, they are being taken from the mines, because we take the ores from the mines, the iron mine, the copper mines. We dig out the earth and we take out these ores, and that is what they are saying, that we are being taken from the ore bed, from the mine, and we were melted in the furnace and the pit before they to get into the, to give the correct shape and to get in the size. They should be always melted, and this melting process will be taken in the furnace. ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಬಟ್ಟಿ ತರ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ. That is what is in the furnace and the pit. Already this process you might have seen when we move along our roadsides. There we can see some men will be, some people will be working on this iron sickle, and they will be making some axe also using, where we see this furnace and the pit also there. So they will be making using the iron the sickle or the axe. That is what here is it is saying, that is a melting ಕಬ್ಬಿಣವನ್ನು ಕರಗಿಸೋದಾಗಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದ್ರಿ, ಒಂದು shape or the size, it can be measured, it can be tooled or the filed. That's this process. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ when we melt the metals. Yes, then we were cast, wrought, hammered to design, and cut and file, tooled and was. That is whatever the shape or the size. Before, after melting, we have to hammer it, we have to gauge it. That is, correct measurement should be taken, correct size should be taken, and it has to be cut, it has to be given the correct design. That is what is given there. It's a wrought, hammered, and design should be given there, proper design, size, shape. Then tooled and gauged. Gauging means giving a correct measurement, size, length. That is what it is being given there. Cast, wrought and hammered and designed. We were cut, filed and tooled and gauged to fit. Just to work it properly, we should do correct this cutting or a tooling, or it has been hammered here, and then only it will give the, we can give it correct design. When it being done like this, then it starts working. How does it work then? That is, we will learn in the second stanza. Some water, coal and oil is all we ask, and a thousandth of an inch to give us a play. And now if you will set us to our task, we will serve you 4 and 20 hours a day. So we know we handle these machines daily in our home, so we know what kind of fuel it needs. Some of the machines, they work, they use the fuel electricity. Some of them work on the petrol, diesel, kerosene, coal. Isn't that? Some of them, they work on the steam also. So maximum of the things nowadays are working on the electricity. Nowadays we got an chargeable this vehicles also, isn't that? So here the machines, they need the some water. Some of them run on the water, and coal, you all know coal, and some of them oil in the way is, it is, I mean, petrol or the diesel. Okay, so this is all they need. If we give them this food, that is water, oil or the coal, then they starts working here. Okay, and a thousandth of an inch to give us play. Then we can give them much work. As much work we give them, they start working. And now if you will set us to our task, we will serve you 4 and 20 hours a day. When we give a coal or a water and a oil, then it will start to work. Up to how many days it can work? Continuously till the end. 24 hours a day it can work, and it can work so properly. That is, the human beings, we are unable to do that kind of a work. That is what is given there. And a thousandth of an inch to give us play. When we start it to move, when we start it to play, when we on it, it starts working till then. And now if you'll set us to our task, what is the work it is being given? Think that if the fan is given the work to give the air, then it will start rotating, isn't that? When we see about this, the figure here, it is being given grinder there. When we put some things, some nuts there, within a second it will make them into the powder. That is the task. Whatever the task we give to the machines, it will up to the 24 hours a day it will work. And just it needs a water, coal and oil, very minute things it work. It works very hard, and it works effectively. That is what it is being there. Some water, coal, oil is all we ask, and we serve you for 24 hours a day. If you will set us to give your task, and a thousandth of an inch to give us play, then we will start small, very thousandth of an inch. That is what is being given there. If we start using it, if we give us the work to this machine, it will work so much correctly, effectively, that just it needs water, coal and oil. So when this kinds of work can be done by this machine, what kind of a motion? As just now has said, the fan starts rotating just to give the air, whereas the grinder works it to make it to soft dough or the soft paste or the small soft powder. How how does it work? That what is being given there in the third stanza. We can pull, haul, and push, and lift and drive. We can print and plow and weave and heat and light. We can run and race and swim and fly and dive. We can see and hear and count and read and write. This is what we use these things. So we have seen some machines which pull. So this kind of a machines, we already seen some machines, they pull the things and haul and push and lift and drive. Driving, we already know. Lifting, some of the things can be lifted, very heavy things we lift. We use the machines, that is some tons of the huge very heavy materials can be lifted using this what is that, JCB machines. And bulldozers can be used. You can see while this roads constructions will be going on, there we can see so many huge machines running on over there, and that is what is being given. And we can haul and push and lift, pull and push, lift and drive. These are all the things machines can do. And even though nowadays it is being used very properly for we can print, plow, weave, heat and light. So printing also we know, whereas we print, this book is being printed using the machine. But plowing, nowadays the even in the fields also we use the plowing, we use the machines. And weaving, the cloth weaving machines, sweater weaving machines, weaving machines also weaving. And heat also you heat, or you use heating machines just to heat the water. And light, already we use the machines to light. And we can run, race and swim, fly and dive. See, flying machines also we know. When we look at the sky, we see some flying machines, those are all the aeroplanes. And diving are some submarines also we know, which moves under the below the water also we know. And some of them they float, swim on the water, that are the ships, heavy ships on the boats. And they can run and race. Some vehicles, the buses, they run and race. So these are all the machines, they work here. Not see here, so many things can do, so many verbs are given here. All these verbs are being done: push, pull, drive, lift. Isn't that? All these things are being done by these machines. Just they need water, coal and oil. They can see, they can hear, count, read and write. See, one more thing, I want to give you one work here. So looking at this third stanza, why don't you write each example? See, pull is being given there. So just write one example of a machine which works, which can be used for just pulling here. And even here it is being here just to hearing, which machine we use to hear, which is that thing we use just to hear or to listen. Then counting, which is that machine which counts, which helps us to count. Then weaving, so give an example for the machine we use just to weave it. These are all their verbs. So each of these verbs, each of these machines, you give one examples. What kind of a machine we use for swimming, race, run, heat and light. So this will be one of the tasks I am giving you. So do it. This is very helpful for you also. Okay, students? Okay. But remember, next paragraph, that is, but remember, please, the law by which we live, we are not built to comprehend a lie. We can neither love nor pity nor forgive. Make a slip in handling us, you done. So this is what I earlier, before starting the poem, I have said you. So these machines, how so many works can that they can do within a seconds, they can work. But whereas they also follow a law, LAW, they also follow a law here. What is that law is? They are used, they are built in the way such that they won't speak, they won't tell a lie. They don't know to lie. ನೀನು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವನಾಗಿದ್ಯಾ, ನಿನಗೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಇವನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇವನಿಗೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನೋ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್. So they are being manufactured in the ways that is that what they are saying, that we follow a law, we are not able to comprehend a lie, neither love nor pity nor forgive. We don't understand the love, as we human beings know that these are the qualities what we human beings have, that the loving or the pity or forgiving or lying. We don't know lying, pitying, or loving or forgiving. That is, we don't love, we don't pity, we don't forgive, but make a slip in handling us, you die. But whereas when you handle carelessly us, you may die, because that is your problem, that is your mistake. While handling, you should be very careful, very carefully when you handle it. We are for you, for your purpose only. But whereas when you handle us carefully, then there is a death for you. That is what the machines are saying. Carefully you should handle us, then otherwise you die. Next is fifth stanza. Though our smoke may hide the heavens from your eyes, it will vanish and the stars will shine again, because for all our power and weight and size, we are nothing more than children of your brain. So what again, that one thing you might have seen, so many industries all over your cities or the outskirts of the cities, in the industrial areas, some kinds of chimneys will be made there, where we see some flames or the will be going, which makes that whole area polluted. So whereas here the machines are saying that though our smoke may hide the heavens from our eyes, so we know this machines deliberate, they give out the very dusty, very this kind of a smoke which pollutes the environment. But whereas it can pollute, it may uh, hide the heavens from your eyes. Where we see the heaven, always we look at the sky just to say that heaven is in the sky. But whereas this when the smoke goes up in the air, it may hide the heaven, but within few moments, within few seconds, again it vanishes. Again you can see the whole sky with the full of stars, again the full of twinkling stars, and it will shine again. That is what we do. We don't cover the heaven, we don't cover the sky, we don't pollute the whole thing. But whereas within few minutes or the seconds, it again vanishes, the sky will be clear, you can see the stars twinkling again there. But because for all our power and weight and size, we can do these things, we can walk, run, whatever it is being given here, swim, so many things the machines can do. That is all because of their power, weight and size. They have the power, they have the quality, they have the weight, that is their size, makes us to do work, these things. That is what the machines are saying, that they have the power, weight and a size, so that they can plow, weave, heat, light, drive, lift, anything. So many tasks they do. And we are nothing more than children of your brain. But whereas, lastly, Rudyard Kipling, what he has written here, what the machineries are saying is, but we can do such a lot of things, we can do everything. But where are, like, you're innocent, the what innocence you have within you, what the truthness you have in you, the quality we don't have that. That is what the machines are saying. But we are nothing more than children of your brain. What a talent, what a brain, what a knowledgeable persons you are, what a wisdom you have. That is very huge, very big gift for you. But that is very less when we compare us with you. We are nothing more than of you. We are very less when we compare with you, because your brain, your knowledge is tremendous. That is what the machines are saying. We are nothing more than the children of your brain. Your children, your innocence, your truthness, your wisdom, your bravery, your knowledge, your talent is very, 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 very what it is. You're very, very, very good in all these things. But when we compare with you and us, but we are nothing more than you. That is what these machines are saying, that this is what Rudyard Kipling is writing here. This is what the poem Modern Machinery is. Nowadays Without machines, we don't imagine our life from morning to evening. Every time we use the machines, without machines, there could be no life now. That is what the first five things, first six questions are given there. Some tasks I have given you. Just imagine your life. And all very important question in this is damages we face when we don't handle a machine. That is what very important thing. That is what I want you to write is what the damages we face when we don't handle them, when we don't handle them carefully. You have to write down it, each and every particular machine you write there, and what kind of a damage we face when we don't handle it carefully. Okay, this is the two tasks I'm giving you today, so do it and be prepared for tomorrow's that is test. So we will be sending you the question paper morning at 8, so try to do it. Be ready and be calm, cool, and send it or bring it to school as early as possible. Okay students, all the best.